I was 20 years old when I got sick. One day I was healthy, living a very happy, normal life, and the next day I woke up and everything changed. The things in life that I thought were a certainty, the things I had taken for granted, were ripped out from underneath me. That day was years ago. My life became one doctor's appointment after another, one lab test after another, just searching for answers, a diagnosis, anything that could help. I watched my closest friends disappear one by one when I wasn't able to go out and socialize like they could. My world got really small, really fast. To say that I've been lonely doesn't scratch the surface. The kind of loss I've experienced, I don't think I could put words to that. Lost time, lost opportunities, lost relationships. I've been to some of the lowest lows. I've been to places that the 20-year-old version of myself could have never imagined. But I've also learned that my reality, my sickness, my pain doesn't change the fact that God has great plans for my life. And my faith looks completely different than it did a few years ago. I know what it's like to be told that my sickness is somehow my fault. I know what it's like to have people pray for me and then not talk to me anymore when I'm not instantly healed. My faith isn't the feel-good, always happy faith that you might be familiar with. My faith is raw and often full of the broken pieces that come from living with sickness. My faith is where I bring all of my tears after a tough day at the doctor's office. And my faith is like that because now more than ever, I have experienced that God is strong enough for me to bring all of my disappointment and sadness. I have been living in pain every single day for years now, and I'm determined to allow God to use that to bring some good into someone's life. Sharing my story is very personal and a little uncomfortable, but it's worth it if it helps someone else not feel so alone. Hundreds of millions of people are living with chronic illness. That's more than 1 in 5 adults. We are not alone. It was from a place of uncontainable hope and determination that I founded People Hope, a nonprofit organization unlike anything out there. We have resources to equip and empower people to live purposeful lives, even through their sickness. Chronic illness, chronic undiagnosis, people walking through the hardest days of their lives. These are people who are hurting, who are needing hope every single day. These are the people whose courageous stories we're sharing. People who are willing to stand up in defiance of their storm and say, this is my journey. I may be in pain, I may not have answers, but I'm choosing hope, and here's how I'm doing it. Stories like that change lives and bring healing in a way that nothing else could. It's time to reach out and extend authentic hope. It's time to realize that real faith isn't always pretty. It's time to break off isolation. It's time to decide to live our darkest day as our finest hour. There's hope in the storm every bit as much as there's hope on the other side of it. Hope is for people like us, and People Hope is too.